fingers crossed it's gonna start moving, and wow, here we go! Look, the submarine's moving! It's just kind of moving by itself.
What you just saw was one of the biggest moments in Minecraft YouTube history. YouTuber Stampy Longhead just took off in a working submarine in his survival world, and while we know today it was just a clever editing trick, it really blew away the minds of viewers back in the day. And it might not be real, but mine is. I built a real one. Let me show you how I did it. Alright, so let's get started. So I have the submarine here. I followed a tutorial to recreate it. I think it's pretty accurate. I will link the tutorial that I used right here. We're just gonna make this thing functional. I don't know how we're doing that, but we're gonna do it. And compared to my last submarine, I found this add-on called Beyond Oxygen, which when used allows you to actually submerge these guys, like submerge submarines, and they actually work. It's crazy. It's crazy. Here, I'll show you. Alright, so check this out. I'm gonna go in here, seal off the area, and I'm going to install this guy, stick this on here, and then look at this. I am not submerged underwater. Put me in survival mode, I am not drowning. I'm completely good. But like if I were to break it, for example, the compartment's gonna flood back up. But close it off, and we're golden. We're gonna use this concept for our submarine. Okay. So now we gotta make this guy into a physics entity. We'll just do the physics infuser. That's like the safest way. Skadoosh, let it do its thing. And this will be a good gauge on whether this thing is gonna sink or float on its own, to just know what weights I have to add. Wow, that actually stayed relatively together. I think the only thing is the item frames. Alright, so now we got this guy. So now, let's see how this guy floats. Okay, that's actually a little more balanced than I thought it was. I wonder why it's like this. So the goal is figuring out what is making this guy float, rather what's making it sink. Yo, can I get in? Okay, that's how we're gonna have to do it. So what would make you float? Is it the chest perhaps? The beds. Either that or something's just much heavier. So obviously there's something that makes it a little disbalanced. Is it this stone slab? That might be it. That might be why. No, weirdly enough, it's not. It's weird that it's the front that's heavier, because they've got like iron bars here. Nothing. What is so heavy in the front? Interesting. And also this dolphin, he's just vibing. Silly guy. So if I take like an iron block, sort of just stick it in the back here, we're still floating. Let's try adding some more weight. Whoa, that might have been too much weight. But it's sinking now. You know what? That's good. And I don't want to add a gyroscope, but instead I can hide one of these guys here. Oops. Maybe just stick that like right there. That way, the ship helmet, it's kind of cheating, but I'm dealing with a limited space, so I'm gonna do what I want. Next order of business, air vent. I'm guessing we can stick this guy right here. And I'm also going to just use creative motors for this. It'll make my life so much easier. I don't have to worry about anything, because we're just recreating the nostalgia, not trying to make it survival friendly. Okay, so now I just need to... Alright, so now we have underwater capabilities for sustainability. I don't know. We can work underwater now. Like if I were to just drop it in, it descends mostly level, and it functions like a submarine. Yeah, this is cool. And next up is going to be like the altitude, the level. So we're gonna need, I want to find a good spot. Yeah, because you don't want to mess up the visibility. We're gonna have one of these guys, and we're gonna take, that's annoying. We'll put the redstone link at the floor here, and I'll set it to 2 of these guys. So now, find a good spot to add balloons. I bet I could just like put them here. It's just hard finding a space to like stuff the signal. Why does this happen? This is interesting. I don't have all the copycat blocks. Let's just remove the doors entirely. Or do I have any copycat blocks? Oh, I hear a dolphin dying. That's horrible. That was really sad. Let me actually, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna create a little vent. We're gonna put a quartz staircase there. Get an iron door and a pressure plate. Does it just have to be like a completely open space? Let me try quartz slab. I think that works. Oh, that's a bit of a problem though. So I can just move the ladder there. And if I open this, I think it just might not be level enough. That might be part of the problem. Oh, and she's going up. Mr. Dolphin, he's just confused. I like how I'm just trying to figure out why is it so much heavier. Let's see about that. I mean, we're touching the ground, obviously, so we're pretty level. But if I were to just like make it float using, oh come on, I hate how the ladders and physics objects don't always get along. We're not. I didn't close it. Is that why? Yeah, I didn't close it. Maybe I'll try a different ladder just to, okay. So if I were to just power all of these balloons, do we start floating? We do start floating. That's good. How much do we surface by? That's a pretty decent surface, actually. Okay, I think the weight distribution is pretty decent now without any propulsion. I legitimately think I might have to have 2 trapdoors. I have access to a copycat panel. So what if I just, it's gonna look maybe a little chunky. Let's see if that works any better. Or actually, what if I just put 2 trapdoors in here? Just, okay, that helps. So now we're under the water, we want to descend, and then we start descending. Simple. So now, what I have to do, I'm actually gonna move this altitude meter right over here, since it's not a complete priority to have it. Right there, I'm gonna stick a torch. Now I could do drive-by-wire, but I don't have it installed, so this is just gonna have to do. Okay, so let's check this out. I wanna go to the surface, I input what I want, and we start to go up. Nice. And I'm also gonna replace this seat with a command seat, just to make viewing the exterior of the submarine easier. And we've got height control, so let's say, I don't know, Y level 40, that's a little lower than here, right? So we'll just set it to 50. We'll see how she stabilizes when we're at 50. So now it's based on this guy's height, so I'm technically a little lower than it, so 51. We'll try that. And now it sort of levels out and stays floating underwater. Nice. Now we'll have to do a control system. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to be able to do this. Actually going to take this, stick it in the air. I'm assuming a propeller bearing and a creative motor are gonna be my friends here. That's how much space do I have to work with? Not a lot. So creative motor, I have the inverted clutch. Yes. Alright, so we're not gonna be able to move backwards, but that's not a problem to me. That's fine. So this guy would, here's what I'm curious about. If I were in the water, how much am I gonna go by? Okay, we can speed it up a little bit. Oh, now we're going. That's nice. That's fabulous. Okay, so what if this was actually to go forward instead of a left or right? So I'll set this guy. I need to get this guy to stop moving for all of our sakes. So it occurs to me this guy takes a little bit to slow down. That's nice. That's great. Also gonna just move things out of the way. Is that water? Yeah, it is. Let's flick these guys on individually. I want to add a gear shift. Okay, set a shaft and a motor. This will be the gear shift guy. Okay, now that's connected. All I have to do is beef it up a little bit. And you should start going forward, right? Very slowly, so we can speed up the creative motor. Nice, so now we're cruising. And if I want to stop, I can just turn it off. And I need a good reverse switch. Let's stick these levers here. This will be my reverse switch. So I'm driving forward. Didn't realize how that also gets that. I think these lights are just in the way. We'll just stick a gear shift onto here. So we're going forward, but nope, I don't want to go forward. I want to go backwards. And that is entirely doable. Okay, fabulous. Okay, now I could have just put it all on a link controller, but like the only thing I actually think that I want the link controller to do is for turning. Probably just need a vertical gearbox. I'm actually just gonna stick right there. And do I have to power it like this? Seems like yes. So what if I put one right here? Yeah, I can do that. And then I need a flap and glue. I'm trying to just like make some kind of around the propeller. It doesn't actually touch it. Alright, let's see how it looks. Kind of silly, but I think it could work. I just have to take these guys, set them to receive signals, and I don't know, you're this and you're that, and just take a guess which side's which. That's happening. Alright, so now we may have a potential steering function. Okay, so I'll set it to go forward. We are not steering. We are currently not steering. Oh, I thought it... Wait, it's kind of... a little bit. Let me slow down. Okay. Maybe it's because we're not underwater yet. Maybe that's why. Maybe it only turns when the flap is completely submerged. Let me just bring us back to the top. Okay, I know the problem, I think. If we just get this guy to float back up. I think a design like this is actually obsolete, unfortunately. And also, unfortunately, I believe I have to use the gyro. Okay, so we'll have to go with plan B, which isn't bad. I just wish it didn't have to be like that. We'll add more chain drives, inverted clutch, and a gear shift. It's kind of like losing the look now, unfortunately, but you gotta make sacrifices to make it functional, I guess. Okay, so I'll just put little thrusters that are purely meant for rotational control. And so, where are these little guys? Where's the, there it is. Okay. So yeah, I may not even, now that I'm thinking about it, I may not even need clutches. I may just need gear shifts. Let me just theoretically, they should be functioning already. Just need to, I don't remember what I programmed this to. Flat bearing and a lever. It's a bit of an odd combo. Turn these dudes on. Doop, doop. Oh, I know why it's not working. If I rotate one of them, is it gonna actually start turning? Ooh, very, very slowly, but that's progress. That's progress. Progress is progress. Because I'm actually gonna switch these guys out. So I'll take a gear shift. I'll put the clutch here. You're the one receiving the signal. And you are responsible for reversing it. Simple, genius, I am awesome. So now we're going. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hit that reverse switch. Hit that reverse switch. Oh, I think I know why it's not actually reversing. So dumb. Chain drives are just my friends today. That's what we're learning, because we're actually going to stick a second gear shift on here that only applies to this. Get rid of the flat bearing. Okay, now we should be moving in reverse. Okay. Let's see if I can turn. Whoa, it's like very slow turning compared to how fast we're zooming. And these guys are definitely reversed. I think if I just get more power to the turning, probably through stronger thing. I'm actually going to do the design for my last submarine with these guys. Let's see how this works. We are turning, hopefully now. Okay, slowly but surely it turns. But I just think proportional to the turning speed, it goes way, 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 way too fast. Okay, I think the problem is the Oak ship helm. I love you, buddy, but I think a gyroscope is probably better for the use case, unfortunately, because I don't like the gyro. Okay, so now, whoa, 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 we dive now. But now it's actually turning at a decent speed. Well, this is a much better experience. Just feels a lot cleaner. I want to adjust my depth a little bit. Oh, this is so cool, because it actually kind of feels like how the submarine moves in the video, with kind of how it rocks and like moves a little bit. Like we of course we know it's green screen trickery, but like this is pretty close to recreating it. So like if I just wanted to go explore that ocean monument, I could bring us down a little lower. This is just too cool. And if I want to get out partway through, I can. Not suggested, but you can. Okay, I'm really not liking this. Let me just try. I'm sure I can go in there. Okay, so unfortunately I do have to do the double trapdoor thing, just limitation, because I don't know why trapdoors are bugged, I guess. I'm also going to turn this into like a prep room, so you don't always flood the compartment when you, can I like get down there? Thank you. Yeah, so this is a really nice thing. And then you can set your spawn. Of course, back here it's a little bit of a weird system, but it fits. Let me like cover some things up. So like copycat panels are pretty helpful here, because I sort of, without losing some of the look, we're obviously losing a sizable chunk of it. Also just going to remove the fin, because these kind of replace the look of it. Just cover these up a little bit. And alright. I mean, of course there's obvious changes to the look. Like there's the iron down here, a little stripe there to help with the weight distribution. 2 trapdoors on top. Perhaps it will look a little better if I just add some shape to that. Yeah, that looks a little better. But I think this is like the closest I can get to recreating the submarine. But also, let's recreate the real classic look, right? Oh yeah, get a look of older Minecraft. Now it really looks like it. It's also now a little bit harder to see, but I think it looks amazing. I want to surface up, I can. I also like how this one kind of like dips and bows according to which way we're going up, and it goes. So let's just bring her over to land over here. Yeah, so let me know how it looks. Like, did I capture the look of the submarine correctly? That was another video. I hope you like this newer style of building while recording and not just showcasing. Just trying new things to keep it fresh and entertaining for you guys. If you have any suggestions on something that you'd like to see me build, let me know in the comments. I love reading your comments, and I hope you all have a fabulous day. See ya!